want to use the mic. You live?
Always.
Well, Mike, am I using this one or this one? Is that for the class?
If you want to.
I don't need it. What's this mic? Is this mic hot?
It works.
Okay. I got speaking to this one?
You got to speak right now.
Let me just put this over here.
Yeah. Speak by it. Oh.
Good. All right. Is there any way I can move this camera so I can see them? I mean, this computer. Just right here, like way to the side. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Who's this right here? Nobody. There's nobody right there.
You got the one.
No, I mean, I see these two brothers, but there's no one by it. I buy it, right?
No.
Okay, you good. Yeah, this is good there. That's why. Are we? Oh, we live, right? Oh, okay. Let's go. Clap it up. You can find a seat. Take a seat, Barbara. Son. You can take some seats from this side if you need them on this side. All right. Of course, this is a feast of dedication. Give yourselves a hand for not celebrating Christmas again. You know what I'm saying? That's a big feat. Give me Romans 12:2 real quick.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Say it again. Read from the top.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Right. The Lord said we can't conform into this world, right? So while everybody's celebrating Christmas and the holidays and all things like that, we went against the grain. You feel me? We went against that because the Lord told us to, not because, anything else except for that. Because of the fear of the Lord and because of you wanting to be an obedient son and daughter to the Lord, to the Most High, you went against Christmas. You know what I mean? Most of us have been here so long. It's nothing to me now, right? It's easy. It's easy to do this now. But when you was by yourself and you was with your family and it was opening in Christmas and you got to be upstairs somewhere, right? You remember that? You had to be in your room away from them. You got to fight yourself. You was ruining the family. This is what you did it for, so you could have a new family. You understand? So you could be together with us and all doing the same thing and about to eat food and about to have drinks and listen to music and celebrate the Hanukkah. You understand? So the Lord said, what? Read it from the top. It's like if I get my strong rubber son and a chaser with some ice. Go ahead. Read from the top.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed.
Be what?
Transformed.
Be what?
Transformed.
You got to transform. Go ahead.
By the renewing of your mind.
You understand, right? By the renewing of your mind. Let's go, man. Get out of hand. All right, somebody raise their hand. Give me a breakdown on what tonight's night is. Where's that one there? That one close? Somebody get that one, I'm sure. Anybody else want to give it a shot? What tonight is about? Go ahead, I-Bot. Right. Yeah. What is it about? What is Hanukkah about? Dedicating what?
The temple back to the Lord. After, they defiled the temple. They sacrificed wine custom. Basically, just defiled the whole temple.
Damn right. Get our by the hand, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I needed that one to break it down. Go ahead, that one. You can go. He got it. You know what I'm saying? But damn right, man. This is about dedication. This is about a temple, right? Rededicating the temple, right? Where's your temple today? Somebody raise your hand. Where's the temple at? Kodash. Say it again. One more time. It's you? Oh, Khan. Damn right. Give me that preset. I want Kodash to grab it for me. Let me know when you got it. We're gonna go. Well, I'm gonna bring out some precepts, and in the last hour, we're gonna go into the dedication. All right.
Chapter 3 of verse 16.
You
are not, know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
and
that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
One more time from the top.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So, like, 1 second. The sister is passing the food out, so just take the food, all right? She's not going rank order. We don't have time for that. Just take the food and eat the food, all right? Read from the top. Read from the top, all right?
This is coming from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Know ye not that you are the what?
The temple of God.
Don't you know that? So what does that mean, right? That means you can't defile yourself. You understand? That means you can't defile your damn self. So when the Lord said that you the temple of God, that means you represent the Most High. Your body don't even belong to you. Y'all get that, right? So when you do things like smoke, when you do things like give me some more, whore yourself out, right? When you do things like get tattoos, whatever, you thinking that's your body. That body don't even belong to you. It's not yours to do that to. Your body's supposed to honor the Most High. Y'all understand? So your body, you being a vessel to serve the Most High is what you're here for. Y'all get that, right? So when you look at what you're dedicated to your temple, to yourself. And in that, you show the world who you represent. Y'all understand? Give me Deuteronomy 4:4. Keep going where you at, Kodash.
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God,
now if you defile the temple of the Most High, go ahead.
Him shall God destroy.
Say it again.
Him shall God destroy.
Now the Lord has to destroy you because there's no point of you living there. Y'all get it, right? That's what he's trying to tell you. If you destroy your body, which is the Lord's body, now he has to destroy you. So like if you sin against him and you do these things against yourself, now the Lord has to destroy you, and now you are gone because of that. There's no point of having you because you're not representing the Lord. You understand? So now he has to put you down so he can bring you back up. That's what death is about. You understand, right? Death is about you trying over again and again and again. Y'all get it? Like anyone who dies a tragic death. Someone give me that precept. I know I said Deuteronomy 4:4. Give me they die in youth. Y'all know that precept in Psalms? They die in their youth. Pull that for me real quick and give me 4:4. You got it? Any more? So like Kudash, any more on that precept? Go ahead.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Go ahead.
For the temple of God is holy.
Temple of God is what?
It's holy.
It's separate. Go ahead.
Which temple are ye?
That's whose temple you belong to. It's a holy temple. You're a holy people. You understand? Who got Deuteronomy?
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 4.
Go ahead.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
Say it again.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God,
are
alive, every one of you this day. Verse 5, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
Right. If you cleave onto the Lord, that's why you're alive now. Y'all get it? A lot of people say, what you mean? There's people in the world that's alive. No, they're not. They're not alive, according to God. You understand? The Lord said they could, the Lord told you to awake when you was literally walking. You understand? When you're alive is when you come into the truth and you serving the Lord. Now you have a purpose. Y'all ever seen the movie Matrix? Are y'all too young for that? I don't know. Too old. So the movie Matrix, right? Raise your hand if you're familiar so I can explain, all right? You familiar? Okay. That's enough for people, right? So in the Matrix, right? Neo is 30-something years old. And he comes and finds the truth. And he is reborn again. You understand? That's you. That's you in the truth. You being reborn again at whatever age that the Lord brings you in. You understand? All right. Keep going on 5. Somebody pick it up for the brother. He got the food in his hand. Go ahead.
The
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess.
So now when you go into any land that you possess, right, meaning you live in this land, you're supposed to keep every law of God no matter where you go. So what under anybody else's oppression, right? Under the white man's oppression, the Asian man's oppression, whatever, right? You still are supposed to keep your laws. So we in America, and the whole America is celebrating Christmas, and the Lord still expects you not to. You get it, right? So wherever you go, nothing changes. You understand? Why doesn't it change? Somebody stay with me. Why doesn't it change? Davion. That's true. That's true. That's not the answer. Why doesn't it change? Wherever you go, why doesn't it change? SHALAM? Nope. I just need to say this answer. Y'all gonna hate it when I should give it to you too. Why doesn't it change? Kodash? The brother said that. No, I'll give you the answer. Because ye are the temple. Right? That's why it don't change. Wherever you go, ye are the temple, right? That's what the Bible says. So it doesn't matter where you are, you still keep the law. You still do what's right. Y'all understand? No sweat. You done with Deuteronomy 4 and 5? Let me get the other one. They dying you.
Chapter 36 and verse 14.
They
died in you.
Say it again.
They died in you.
This is some people who will celebrate Christmas. When you celebrate Christmas, you break every law. Everybody know that precept, right? You offend the law at one point, you break all the law. That's what the Bible says. Read it from the top.
Job, chapter 36 and verse 14. They died in you.
Right, that's us. Job is telling us how we die young, man. We die young. And why we die young is because we break the law. So now we have to, when we die young, it's tragic, it's sad. And we have to come back and do it again. Y'all get it, right? Solid. Good to go? Go ahead.
And their life is among the unclean.
That's it. Solid. Any other questions? It's like any questions? Go ahead, Kodash. You got the mic? Let me know when you're ready.
Question, book of Genesis, chapter 48, verses 20 through 22. Basically, it's verse 22 says, like, verse 22 says, Genesis 48 and 22. Moreover, I have given thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out the hand of the Ammonites, with my sword, with my bow. So what was the portion that Jacob gave to Joseph that he took from the?
I'm not sure. If you come tomorrow in class, I'll break it down for you. I got to ask Jordan Muhammad what that was, all right? For sure. Any other questions? We'll have scripture breakdown tomorrow too. You got a question, Mike? All right, good to go. Let's get into a couple of these precepts, all right? Let me get 2 Kings 25. 2 Kings 25 and 8.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 25, verse 8. And in the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which is in the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
King of what?
King of Babylon.
Who is the daughter of Babylon? Anybody know? Go ahead. America is the daughter of Babylon, right? So this is the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. Y'all familiar with that name? Go ahead.
Came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon unto Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, he burnt the house of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem. Every great man's house burnt he with fire. Verse 10, and all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard break down the walls of Jerusalem round about.
Right. So we're gonna give you the history, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. Now the rest of the people that were left in the city, and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon, with the remnant of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left of the poor of the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. Verse 13. And the pillars of the brass that were in the house of the Lord, and the bases and the brazen sea that was in the house of the Lord, did the Chaldees break in pieces, and carried the brass of them to Babylon.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the spoons and the vessels, and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered, took they away. Verse 15.
What's happening to us right now? Anybody know? When he's reading in the Bible, what is happening to us? Go ahead, Elijah.
We're going into captivity.
Yes, but it's something else. Yeah, we are going to captivity, but what's happening literally? Yaquan. We being spoiled, meaning robbed. We getting robbed for all our riches. Everything that makes us, we're getting robbed. Y'all understand, right? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the fire pans and the bowls and such things as were of gold,
Mm-hmm.
in gold and of silver. In silver, the captain of the guard took away 2 pillars on sea, and the bases which Solomon had made for the house of the Lord.
What verse you at?
Verse 16.
Take me to 17. That's it. All right.
The brass of all these vessels was without weight. Verse 17. The height of the one pillar was 18 cubits, and the chapiter upon it was brass, and the height of the chapiter 3 cubits, and the wreathen work, and the pomegranates upon the chapiter round about all of brass, and like unto these had a second pillar wreathen work. Perfect.
That's it. Perfect. So Nebuchadnezzar is the one who destroyed our temple. Y'all understand, right? All right, give me Ezra 6 and 13.
The book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 13. Then Tatnai, governor of this side of the river, Shether-Boznai, and their companions, according to that which Darius the king had sent. So they did speedily. Verse 14. And the elders of the Jews builded, and they proposed, and they prospered through the prophesying of Haggai, the prophet of Zechariah, the son of Iddo. And they builded and finished it according to the commandment of the God of Israel.
Go ahead.
And according to the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. And this house was finished on the 3rd day, on the month of Adar, which was in the 6th year of the reign of Darius the king.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. And the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the children of the captivity, kept the dedication to this house of God with joy.
What verse you at?
That was in the verse 16.
Okay, 1 second. Hey, where's that precept where it says, let us build alone in the Apocrypha? Anybody know? I don't know. I'm familiar. His name it starts with an A. I think it's right here in the same chapter. What's up?
Ezra 4:3.
Let me hear it. What's up?
The book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 3. But Zerubbabel and
Is the AC not working?
Joshua and the rest of the chief of Israel
Go ahead.
said unto them, "Ye have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our God."
That's it right there. Start at verse 1. All right. This is important. This is talking about the temple, right? Go ahead.
The book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. Now, when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel, verse 2, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chiefs of the fathers and said unto them, "Let us build with you."
Let us what?
Let us build with you.
So now this is the heathens coming to the brothers, right? They coming to the Israelites and asking them to let them build with them, right? For one, they want to help us build the temple. That's what he's saying, right? Go ahead.
Let us build with you, for we seek your God.
For you seek what?
For we seek your God.
Go ahead.
As ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him the days of Esarhaddon, king of Asher, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our
You
God.
have what?
Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God.
Y'all understand that, right? He didn't want them to even touch nothing. It wasn't a part of us. Y'all understand? Go ahead, keep going.
But we ourselves together.
But what?
But we ourselves together.
That's what you need right there. But we ourselves together. Go ahead.
Build unto the Lord God of Israel. As King Cyrus, the king of Persia, hath commanded.
You understand, right? To keep that into your heart. Keep that into your chest, right? We're going to build this by ourselves. We don't need no other people to join to us. What does scripture say about that? Though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. You understand, right? Any more? That's it right there? Solid. Let's get some more history real quick. Let me get Daniel. Daniel 8. Can't see shit. 8:21.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Now that being broken, whereas four stood up forth, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. And in the latter time to their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance, and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. So now this is Daniel, right? Daniel, of course, the man who has many visions, right? So in his vision, what is he seeing? He's seeing things that are going to come to pass for us, the things that was going to destroy us and take us down, right? And he's seeing these things and he's writing these things down. Keep going. Verse 24. His power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderful, and shall prosper and practice. Perfect. What was his power? What was his power that was his, but it was not his? Go ahead, about. Military might? No, not his military might. It was power. He got power, but it wasn't his power. What was it? Kodash. Nah. How do you get power and it's not your power? Like, how did America get ahead? Just think about that. How about? By slavery. That's what you want to bring out. Slavery. That was the power that's how he got the power. How you think about how America got power? They got power by putting people in slavery. That's how they got ahead. You get what I'm saying? That's how they got riches. That's how they got money. That's why they leaps and bounds ahead of you, because of slavery. And that's what that scripture was talking about right there. You can read that part again. Verse 24. His power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. You understand? His power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. Go ahead. He shall destroy wonderfully. He shall prosper and practice. He shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. That's you. He destroyed the mighty and the holy people. Go ahead. Verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy men. He shall what? He shall what in his heart? And he shall magnify himself. He gonna magnify who? Himself. That's what he does, man. That's what Esau does to this day. He magnifies himself. Go ahead. In his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. And by what? And by peace. By what? By peace. What does that mean? How by peace can you destroy many? SHALAM.
Telling everybody to come together and be one.
Yeah, give me another. That's correct. Give me another example. Go ahead. Right. I'm gonna say a word. I'm gonna say a phrase that's familiar with everybody. Right. Like, I love everybody. You get what I mean? That's what he said. Right. Everybody get along because we love everybody. God loves all, right? That's why the scripture said, like, don't love in word, but in deed. Like, be careful when someone talks like that. You can't love everybody. That's impossible. You can't love everybody. You can't love your oppressor. Go ask the person who's been molested or raped if they love the person who raped them. Just ask them. You know what I'm saying? Go ask these people who, if they murdered someone who murdered someone's child, if they love the person who murdered their child. It's not that can't happen. So you look at your oppressor, and he literally murdered your family. Can you love him? Why not? Why can't you love him? Don't God say forgive? Why couldn't you love him? Kodash is one answer here. Go ahead, Kodash. True, but why can't you hate? Why can't you love somebody who hurt you? Okay, but why can't you love them though? You saying it, but you're not giving me the answer. Go ahead, Shalom. What's the answer?
Because the Lord said not
to. Nah. Go ahead, Ramak. That's it. Give that brother a hand, man. That's why you can't love somebody. Like imagine. That's the spell that you're under though. The spell that you're under is you have to love the person who gave you pain. You get what I mean? Without any justice that was behind that. Like nothing happened to him. He's walking free, owning you and employing you, right? Selling in your house, your car. He's doing everything that shows you that he has the power, denying you of loans, whatever. At the same time, you have to love him or his people. You get what I mean? You can't love him if you can't get justice. When you get the justice, after he served slavery, then maybe we can start to loving them. You understand? Maybe after his people, are downtrodden and things like that, maybe you can love them. But until then, you can't. It's just not in you. Now, someone who says that it is brainwashed, first of all, and they probably gay. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. they probably that though. You know what I mean? But you can't. They're not a warrior, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Any person who loves everybody, it can't be no warrior. All right. What precept are you gonna put, Shalom?
This is First Ezra chapter 8, verse 85.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Right.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land.
Perfect. That's good. All right. What precept was that right now? Before that. All right, give me 26. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Through his what?
And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
And through his policy, he should what?
He shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Somebody give me that in is it Malachi? Malachi 2:1? Somebody find that for me. 1 second. Let me make sure it's the right one. Read that verse again.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. Through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
I'm gonna give y'all like a little this is some like if you're a priest, this is what you should know for sure. Everybody raise your hand if you got a blue letter Bible in your phone. All right, so you get a blue letter Bible, right? You go to that precept that the brother was just at. He was at Daniel 8:25. You go to Daniel 8:25, you highlight the verse 25, right? Highlight 25, and then you go to cross references. You see that? If you go to cross references, it'll show you these precepts that are precepts for that precept. All right. So if you can go to Daniel 25 and go to cross references, it'll pull up the one I'm looking for. It should be about they do wickedness in their bed. You know what I'm talking about? It's not Malachi though. Micah 2:1. Any more on that? Any more on that 25 that verse? All the way to 26 yet? Read it from 25.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
What policy though? What's his policy? What was Esau's policy? Go ahead. Yeah, it's part of his policy. He has a policy. Everybody knows his policy. Just think about think about what is our policy. What's our policy? Yakuwa? What's our policy?
To spread the truth.
No, I mean, like, what's okay? Yeah, that's true. But what's our policy like? What do we live by? Right, the Bible, right? So what does he live by? He says he lives by. He doesn't though, but he says, Quadash. Yeah, right. His constitution, right? That's his policy, his constitution. So in his constitution, what does it say? What's the most famous thing you know in his constitution? Yaquan? That's his constitution, right? That all men are created equal. Right. And in those all men are created, who are the all men he's talking about? Raise your hand. Go ahead. Quadash. His people, right? That is his policy. So he doesn't see you as a human. That's the point. Y'all understand, right? So he does. That's his policies. Read it again at 25 through his policies, right? Uh-huh.
And through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Perfect. Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And by peace shall destroy many. And he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Perfect. That is at the latter end, right? What verse do we call right now? Micah 2:1. Let's go.
There's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in power of their hand.
Right. So now, hold on. Read it from the top. I'm gonna break this whole thing down for you real quick.
Okay. There's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Woe to them that devise iniquity. So now, what does iniquity mean? The real definition of iniquity is what? Go ahead. Transgression. I'll take that. It's crime. It's crime. Literally, that's the translation of it. It's crime. People think it's sin. It's not sin. It's crime. Iniquity and sin is the same thing, but in certain contexts, it could be different. One reason why I say crime is because he devises crime for you. Y'all understand, right? When I say he devises a crime for you, just think about it. In his bed, right? You know, Esau knows who you are. Raise your hand, y'all know that, right? He knows exactly who you are. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. He knows you, God's chosen people. So now you can even go to what Margaret Sanger did, right? Remember, y'all know Margaret Sanger, right? The lady who was the part of the eugenics program that wanted to abort every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian baby. She literally said that, right? She knew who you were too. But the people of this place, they know who you are too. So in their bed, they make things to where if they can separate you from your God, they'll do. You understand? They'll do. They'll put things in your community. They'll put things in your way. Like you think about drugs and how drugs came about, right? You know about the cat from LA that was had the show, Snowfall, right? Yeah, what's his name? Rick Ross, right? So you had him who was literally working with the CIA to put drugs all through LA. You understand? So you had that, and that he knew that would destroy you, right? How many people had to look up? I remember when I first came in the truth, they'd be like, man, you know, pork and Doritos. I'm like, damn, pork and Doritos? You ever seen that before? It's like pork in a toothpaste. You know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Like they was saying pork was in everything. And I was like, hold on, man. Pork is in everything. I remember I was brushing my hair and I had hair slacking. I was brushing my hair. And they was like, that's a pork bristle. I said, damn. It's like everything make you unclean. Everything is unlawful. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of thing they do to you. You understand? That's all the hurdles in life you have to go through living in this place. It's that. Go ahead. Right, the gelatin, right? Yeah, the gelatin. I had to stop eating the gelatin things, right? You got to get vegan gelatin. It's all over the place, and that's so you can be further from your God. Like, don't think that's just a coincidence. All these things are meant so you can be away from him, because now if you can't come back to the Lord, then you forever be in subservitude. Y'all understand? That's the point, right? Read it from the top.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed.
Right. The Lord said death and destruction to them that do that, right? That work iniquity. Go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
Right. And then just think about the things you think about in your bed. But when they wake up, they going, after plotting the evil, they execute the evil. You get what I'm saying? And in the Bible, in Proverbs, the Lord said he hates someone like that. He said, he don't mind your battles in your mind, but to plot on evil and do it, Oh yeah, something got to happen to you now. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Because it is in the because it is in the power of their hand. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right, perfect. That's it right there. Y'all understand, though, right? So don't think everything is a coincidence. Every battle that you fight, every urge that you have to fight is for a reason. And that reason is so you can't serve the Most High. That's why. You get what I mean? So when you feeling like, damn, how can I serve the Lord? How people are celebrating Christmas today, right? Y'all all on Facebook telling people how evil they are for celebrating Christmas. I seen some of y'all. I was like, damn. Cat just can't live, huh? Y'all evil as hell. Y'all be lying to y'all kids. I'm like, yeah, huh? You hate them kids. God. Post. Hey, that's hilarious, man. I don't do all that, right? Because everybody know where I stand. You get what I mean? They should know where you stand. They know what's right and what's wrong. They're choosing to do that. You get what I'm saying? It's a choice to go and serve America. That's a choice. You know what I mean? I choose to do this, you choose to do that. You might think you're right. I think I'm right. No problem. At the end, we'll see. You get what I'm saying? At the end, we'll see who the Lord's with. That's how I like to decipher things. You know what I mean? All right, good to go. Any questions? I'm gonna keep going on the history, all right, before we go in. All right, solid. Give me Maccabees 1 and 10. You got it? Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
There came out of them a wicked root.
Get that brother the mic.
This is the book of Maccabees.
Turn on.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 10.
Go ahead.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been a hostage at Rome.
Right.
He reigned in the 137 years of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Right. This cat was super evil, Akim. This was like a really evil devil right here. You get what I mean? He was like worse than Alexander the Great. I mean, if y'all know anything about Alexander the Great, he was like probably what they think is worse in history. But to the Israelites, this cat right here was worse than that. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11. In those days, went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make covenant. Let us make covenant with the heathen. Stop right there. That's what they said. Tell us, man. It was Israelites back then. That's why the Lord's called them wicked men, who would go. He'll come to the rest of the Israelites, right? So imagine some cat. It's like just like a sellout type cat, right? Who will go. Like when I say sellout, it's different because these people knew the law. You know what I mean? Like these brothers knew at the time, they knew the law. They knew what was right. They knew what was wrong. So now he's saying, knowing the law, coming to the brothers who also know the law and saying, man, look, if we want to live, if we want to, have our way a little bit, we're going to have to compromise. You get what I'm saying? We might have to eat a little pork here and there. We're going to have to celebrate celebrate holidays, whatever holiday they say. We're going to have to, just if we want to have peace. He's trying to reason with them. You feel me? He's trying to reason with them. That's why the Lord called him a wicked man. You can't reason. There's no changing of the law to try to survive. You understand? We don't live in that type of society where you have to change who you are. You know what I mean? And the Lord will somehow understand why you're changing. That's not how it works. There's no gray areas like where the Lord says, yeah, I'm open to that. It just doesn't happen like that. So imagine that's the type of cat who's coming to you and telling you these things, right? Go ahead, keep going. That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Verse 12. So this device pleases them well. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. He
gave him what? What did he do?
He gave him ordinance.
No, he gave him license. You get what I'm saying? So someone that was in power gave them what? They gave them a license. In other words, what though? There you go. He gave them he made them feel like what they was doing was right now. You understand? That's what you have in America today. You feel like living in a life like a regular black person in the world, a Hispanic person in the world is regular because of what happened back then. So you can get along. What's it, how they say? Go along to get along. That's what they say, right? So that's what you thought. You thought that you think that is okay when it's not. So the Lord is looking at it like, damn, where did these men go? Where these men go who wanted to come and serve me? Now it's, we're going to serve him because that's who we see. Y'all understand, right? You serving your oppressor because that's who rules over you instead of the Lord God who actually rules over you. You understand? So you start fearing men instead of the Most High. That was the problem, right? Give me some more.
Verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the heathen.
Go ahead.
And made themselves uncircumcised.
They made themselves what?
Uncircumcised.
These were some of the customs they took on. They stopped circumcising themselves, man. They stopped doing that. Go ahead.
And forsook the holy covenant.
And they forsook. That's so crazy. You'll say shook today, right? In the Bible, they say forsook. But that's how black people talk. Like you shook them. So you shook the law. You get what I mean? So they forsook the what? The holy what?
Covenant.
Go ahead.
And joined themselves to the heathen.
And they join themselves into our enemies. You understand? So it's very important that you what? Cut yourself off from our enemies. That's what the Bible says. To be, give me Leviticus 20 and 26. Keep going, out.
And were sold to do mischief. Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Now he thought to reign over Egypt.
It's like you go right there. That's going into something else. Give me Leviticus.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
Ye shall be holy unto me.
You shall be what?
Ye shall be holy unto me.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 Kings 17 and 15. Before you go to that one, let's go to this one too. Hold that where you at, Ibot. Give me 2 Kings 17 and 15. It's important to always read about traitors so you don't become one. You understand? Read about traitors so you never become one because they're looked down upon, right? The biggest traitor in the Bible, of course, everyone knows is Judas, but there's so many traitors. There's so many people who turn their back on their people, turn their back on their family, whether it's for money or just to live. You get what I'm saying? Imagine you have to turn your back on somebody just to live, like your loved ones, just so you can survive and live. I'd rather die. You understand? Because now you're living like a coward for the rest of your life. And the people you love know you a coward. You get what I mean? What's the point of living? You're a coward. You know? Think about that, though. You can't have no integrity in life. Your woman won't respect you at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn. I'd rather not, Let's go.
There's the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers and his testimonies, which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain.
This same thing that happened. Same thing. The same people, you know what I mean? Who rejected the Lord's laws, rejected his Lord's way of living, and said, damn that, man, I'd rather do what these heathens is doing. I want to do that. Matter of fact, I love the heathens so much, I'm gonna give them a gift. That's what they did. They went to go build a golden calf and gave it to them as a gift. Like, look, we ain't serving God no more. We rocking with y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it went out. So like after they did that, it's like, damn, man, like what we gonna do in life? You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord, you think about why the Lord always turned his back on you. He's like, because we was terrible. We was like, why would I be a God to these people? You understand? The Lord had to punish you every time. That's why you went into so many damn captivities. You know what I'm saying? You had to, because you was terrible. You was weak, right? Give me more.
And went after the heathen that were round about them.
Go ahead.
Concerning whom the Lord had charged them, that they should not be selected, that they should not do like them. Verse 16.
Go ahead.
And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God, and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove, and worshipped all the host of heaven.
Right. They start worshiping the stars, the moon, the sun, right? They worship everything in the sky except for the Most High. You understand? They start worshiping things they could see, because that's what heathens did. Heathens only worship things they can see. You understand? They don't worship nothing else. So now, our people had no faith at that time. That's what faith is, by the way. Is believing in something that you can't see, but knowing it's real. All right. Shala, give me Leviticus.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
You shall be what?
Ye shall be holy unto me.
Go ahead.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
And
ye have severed you from other people.
What does severed mean? I buy it? Exactly what it means. So violently cut off. He violently cut you off. He wanted you to be different from other people. He wanted you to be separate from other people. Y'all understand? Not to be joined together. It's crazy because he says to sever is to violently cut off, but you went and talked smooth to your enemy so you can get in with them. You did absolutely the whole opposite thing you were supposed to be like. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, even in the world, a lot of people shave their whole face off when you're supposed to grow your beard. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of men in the world, I think I don't know. I don't even know really people like that in the world. But I think that they be doing like a 50-50 relationship or something like that. Y'all know what that is? I think they share the power or something like that. I don't know. It's foreign. Give me more.
And have severed you from other people.
That
ye should be mine. Amen.
And that you should be what?
Ye should be mine.
That's the problem. You wanted to be with them, right? The Lord said you're supposed to be his, but you wanted other people to join onto him too. You wanted your oppressor to be with you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like that cat from Django. What's that? Samuel L. Jackson's character. You know what I'm saying? You that cat. You know what I mean? You can't see. You can't help. When he seen Jamie Foxx on that horse, he's like, what the hell is he doing in a power position? He shouldn't be in a power position. That's wrong. That's how our people became, in essence. Of course, that's exaggerated, but that's exactly who we are in spirit, though. You understand? All right, we good. Let's move on. Give me Maccabees 1:41. Maccabees 1:41. Let's go.
The book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his law. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Y'all hear this, right? So imagine this is the cat who's over an empire, meaning he has many different people that he's in charge of, right? Because they conquered all these people, and they live under his monarchy, right? So he said, leave your law, leave your religion, leave those laws that you do, and we're all going to be one. That's what he's saying. That's what he's proposing. Well, that's what, not proposing. That's what's going to happen in his society, right? Go ahead.
Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Many of the what?
Many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
So the Israelites consented to it. Well, remember, the other heathens did too, but they don't matter. You're the Israelites, right? So y'all consented to it, knowing damn well you're not allowed to do that. You understand? There's some people that can do that because they don't have a God. Even the God they believe in, he's not real. But your God is real. So you definitely can't do that. Right? Y'all know the story about the seven brothers, right? Raise your hand if you know that story in the Bible, the Apocrypha, right? We could get that in a second. But this is what's happening. So he's telling them what to do, and they're doing. The Israelites consented to it. Go ahead.
Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented.
So, like, can everybody hear you? Get the mic up. Probably read a little louder. Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. And sacrificed unto idols. They sacrifice
unto idols. Go ahead.
And profaned the Sabbath.
They what?
Profaned the Sabbath.
They profane. Hey, Salakia. It was pretty loud back there. Everybody, everything all right? All right. Go read that part.
Verse 43, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Right, they profaned the Sabbath. Go ahead.
Verse 44, for the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Right. So now he told them through writings, through all these letters to do this, to do as this. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 45, and forbid burnt offerings, sacrifice, and drink offerings.
Go ahead.
In the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days. Verse 46, and pollute the sanctuary.
Wait, read that last part of that last verse again. They what?
And that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days.
Okay.
Verse 46, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
Damn. He was saying this, right? These are the things that he's proposing. To pollute the sanctuary, he's not saying this in the letter, but in other words. Y'all understand? He's saying, well, this place won't be looked at as this anymore. We can use that as this. You get what I'm saying? We could take that temple and use that temple as a storefront, like some example like that. You get what I mean? And that is to pollute the place. So this is a translation for us as we're hearing it, as we should hear it. Y'all get it, right? Go ahead.
Verse 47, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh.
And what?
And sacrifice swine's flesh.
So he was saying we should do these things this is talking about in Jerusalem, where we was living. You understand? Now we was living there, but of course these Romans were over us at the time, right? And they had power in our area. But he was saying we're gonna change everything y'all do, and we're gonna do these things that we do in that place now. Y'all get it, right? Where you at? Verse what? All right, go ahead.
And sacrifice swine's flesh
And
unclean beasts. Verse 48, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
Go ahead.
And make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. Verse 49, to the end that they might forget the law.
At the end that they might what?
Might forget the law.
That they might what?
Forget the law.
That was the point. That you can forget the law. Y'all understand? That's exactly what happened, by the way. That's exactly what happened. You forgot the law. A lot of us didn't know the law. A lot of us wasn't born in the truth, right? Raise your hand if you knew the law when you was born. Exactly. That's what happened to us because of history, right? Because of our ancestors who was weak. You get what I mean? We forgot the law. We didn't know the law. All right. And you could take that all the way up to 64 on your own, but we're going to jump ahead. All right. Give me first Maccabees 2:1.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons: Johanan, called Cadus, Simon, called Thasai, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar, called Aberrant, and Jonathan, whose surname was Apis. Verse 6, when we saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people?
Now there was a cat who came up, right? Who was a real one. In other words, right? He was real. He was a brother who served the Most High, how we are taught to. And he wasn't going for it. And he's saying right now, he's like, damn, I cannot live. Why am I alive at this terrible time? When we weak and we this and we that. That's just crazy. And they named all them sons for a reason, by the way. So we'll get to that in a second. Keep going.
He said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy. It was delivered into the hand of the who? Of the enemy. Go ahead. And the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Right. Her temple became a man without glory. Go ahead. Verse 9, her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Perfect. He's talking about these things that are happening and how the city looks and how sad and how bad it is, how down we are. You get what I'm saying? He's reading this. He's seeing this. He's like, damn, like, what could I do? What's something that can happen so we come out this misery? You know what I'm saying? So at least I can go down in history as someone who wasn't going for it. You understand? Give me Maccabees 3:1. First Maccabees 3:1.
Go ahead, Rabbi, just pick it up.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 1.
Yaquan, you want to take it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up instead, and all his brethren helped him, and so did all they that held with his father, and they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. So he gat his people great honor and put on a breastplate as a giant, and girded his warlike harness about him, and he made battles, protecting the host with his sword. Verse 4. In his act, he was like a lion, and like a lion's whelp roaring for his prey.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. For he pursued the wicked and sought them out, and burnt up those that vexed his people. Verse 6.
You hear this, right? He went out there and started killing. You get what I'm saying? He went out there and went to war and started killing. Pursued his people that vexed his people. You get what I'm saying? That he went to go get them and burn them up. Go ahead.
Wherefore the wicked shriek for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled, because salvation prospered in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. He grieved also many kings, and made Jacob glad with his acts, and his memorial is blessed forever.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. Moreover, he went through the cities of Judah, destroying the ungodly out of them, and turning away wrath from Israel.
He turned away what?
Wrath from Israel.
It's one brother, man. One brother who had some soldiers with him. You get what I'm saying? Went and stood for the Lord, and the Lord was with him. You get what I mean? The Lord was with him. He was grieving kings and cities all over the place because he was coming with murder. I mean, it's like not murder, killing. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. So that he was renowned unto the utmost part of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and he received unto him such as were ready to perish.
Perfect. All right, drop the give me First Maccabees 4 and 36. This is we're gonna read 36 through 54, all right? So just rock with me, and then we're gonna wrap it up. All right, let's go.
This is a book.
First Maccabees 4 and 36.
There's a book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 36.
Uh-huh.
Then said Judas, his brethren, behold, our enemies are disconfined. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate sanctuary. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
So what? To cleanse and what?
To cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
Let's go cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So when you read this, think about how you can clean and dedicate your sanctuary. Just think about that in a spiritual sense, right? He's saying it physically, but think about that for your temple. You understand, right? So as we read, go ahead.
Verse 37. Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into Mount Zion. Verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
And when they saw the sanctuary desolate and the altar profaned, at the gates burned up, and shrub growing in the courts in the forest, or in one of the mountains, yea, and the priest's chambers pulled down. 39.
So he's seeing they get to this temple, right? And they seeing how it's not upkept. You get what I'm saying? It looks terrible. It doesn't look how we would keep a temple. You understand? The priest chambers are teared up. It's not kept outside of the temple. It looks terrible, right? Go ahead.
Verse 39. They rent their clothes and made great lamentation and cast ash upon their head.
This is what Israelites we should do. They will rip their clothes, you know what I mean, and put ashes on their head. That's how they mourn. That's how they mourn. That's how they mourn something, because they love their culture. You get what I'm saying? They love what they stood for. So these are the type of things they did to show the Lord that they was sad and they was in mourning, right? Go ahead.
Verse 40. And fell down flat to the ground upon their face, and blew an alarm with the trumpets, and cried toward heaven. Verse 41. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress.
Right. So now he went to go find some certain men that'll come and do the job. Right. We're gonna read about them. Go ahead.
Until he had cleansed the sanctuary. Verse 42. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as have pleasure in the law.
One more time. What type of man did he choose?
So he chose priests of blameless conversation.
Ooh, why would that be the word he used? Somebody raise their hand. Why would that be the word he used? Go ahead. I buy.
Blameless conversation, like when he asked about him, it's nothing bad. Somebody
That's not what blameless conversation is. ITHES. Okay. SHALAM.
Their reputation in serving the Lord just preceded them. So they was men that was worthy to do the job.
Okay, no. What? Okay, I'll just give it to you like this. What you say is what you are. You get what I'm saying? Like if you say, like, okay, if you say something, that's what's truly inside of you. You feel me?
Right.
That could, and whatever they say was blameless all the time. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's why you got to watch what you say. That's the point. So some man can recognize that and say, these men are of the Lord. Now he's choosing these men because he knows the Lord is with them too. You get what I mean? Yahawanna, you want to say something?
Does he consider his brotherhood number one, or just
What considered brotherhood?
like, when you say they have blameless conversation, that means that they want brothers and
Yeah, that's that. It could be considered brotherhood, but it's really just how a person conducts himself all the time. And how do you conduct yourself? You get what I'm saying? And how even to the point, how do you even talk? And how do you communicate with people? You get what I mean? The way you communicate can tell a lot about yourself. And so now this brother seen that, and he would choose these men because of how their communication was. You understand, right? Go ahead. That's why he said people that are blameless in conversation. Go ahead.
Verse 42.
Such
as have pleasure in the law.
They have what?
Such as have pleasure in the law.
They got pleasure in the law. Go ahead.
Verse 43. Who cleanse the sanctuary and bear out the defiled stones into an unclean place. Verse 44. And when as they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offering, which was profane, verse 45, they thought it'd be best to pull it down.
Go ahead.
Lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it.
Right. So now that the heathen defiled it, they was like they didn't want nothing to do with it no more. They thought that would be best to just get rid of it. You get what I'm saying? They didn't tore it up. They didn't probably had sex in it. They didn't cut up swine's flesh in it. You get what I'm saying? Made it unclean, an unclean place. They didn't want nothing to do with it no more. That's what they thought to do. Go ahead.
Wherefore they pulled it down. Verse 46. And laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple in a convenient place, until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them.
Go ahead.
Verse 47. Then they took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar according to the form.
They had to go get a certain stone to build a temple according to the law, right? Go ahead.
Verse 48. And made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple, and hollowed the courts. Verse 49. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlesticks and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense and the table. Verse 50.
And that, just to go back, right? Whole word you at 50, right? Just to go back when I said in the beginning, and just think about this whole breakdown as you doing this to yourself. All right. Y'all with me on that, right? Okay, good. I'm about to bring it all back. Go ahead.
And upon the altar they burned incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlestick they lit, that they might give light unto the temple. Furthermore, they sent the loaves upon the table and spread out the vials and finished all the works which they had begun to make. Verse 52. Now on the 5 and 20th day of the 9th month, which is called the month Kasul, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning. So like
yeah, betimes in the morning. That's biblical. It's Bible. It's tough to read sometimes. Go ahead. Y'all heard what month that was though, right? Y'all heard the month and the day? Huh? Nah, it was the 20th and 5th. Did you hear that? Yeah, it was the 20th and 5th day. Literally today. It was literally today, whatever years ago. What's this, 148? 1 second, my brother got it right from you. This is, no, he didn't write it down. This is around, what, 160 BC? That's around that time. And this is literally the day that they did all these things. Y'all understand, right? Go ahead.
Verse 53, and offer sacrifice according to the law from the altar of the burnt offering which they had made.
Right, because he said in the 9th month, right? At the 9th month and the 25th day, the 25th day, the 9th month would be considered a winter month because the months for us start in the spring. Y'all understand? Go ahead.
Verse 54, look at what time and what day the heathen have profaned it, even in that was in dedicated with song and cisterns and harps and cymbals.
He said, look at the day that the heathen decided to profane it. To what?
To profane it.
This is the day that it chose to profane it. Think about that. That 25th day, that's for you. He took that day and made it for him and profaned it. Not only with Christmas now, but with this thing they did. What's it called? Sell you what? I forget what it was called. Ceslo, right? Keep going. Drop it to 59.
Okay. Moreover, Judas and his brethren with his whole congregation of Israel ordained that the day of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days.
Y'all understand, right? That's what these candles for. You get what I'm saying? That's what everything is for. Because what these brothers did, they went in and dedicated themselves, men of blameless conversation, men who had pleasure in serving the law. They went and rededicated the temple. You get what I mean? So we can serve it a year in and year out until Christ returns. Get out of hand, yeah. It took a while for a man to come that the Lord chose like that too. It had to be a brother who was like that, really feared the Most High and would put his life on the line, and he did. Then he found other men that did the same thing, and then they was the one that the Lord chose to dedicate the temple to. You know what I mean? To rededicate the temple to. So to go back to what we were saying, right? When we was breaking the scriptures down, we was reading about how they went and seen the temple, and when they seen the temple was terrible looking, right? It wasn't upkept, it was horrible and all that. And they basically said we got to get rid of it. That's what you have to do with anything you got, any issues you have in your life. You understand, right? You have to purge those things out and start new. You have to get rid of the things that's inside of you and push it out. And then you have to rededicate yourself to that. You understand, right? Rededicate yourself to that as the Lord prescribed it to. So then when you do, then the candles can be lit inside of you. That's the point. If the candles can't be lit inside of you, there's no point of you living. Y'all get it, right? All right, with that, I'm going to pass class over to Priest and Officer Karatazar. Yeah, no. Salute it out.
Men of Israel, we may stand. I.S.U.P.K. Give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Rock.
Thumb.
That we gonna start.
Hold on. One second before you roll, man. Let me get Officer Commandant, Officer Malakma, and Trooper Warrior up in the front, man. Real quick. Hey, give me Kwame on the walk boy. Let me get the prayers. Somebody get them two brothers, man. Huh? Not me do it. 1 second. Come on, let's go. Well, y'all don't know, man. This is what about getting raised up out. As you pull brothers to the front. He said, and someone says, passing them prayers. Let me see that oil. That's someone. That means someone getting raised up, man. That's what that means. That's tradition. Because y'all dedicated. Y'all mean get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Get dedicated. Today, man, Officer Commandant, Officer Malakmar, y'all both getting raised up to the rank of 1,000. You know what I'm saying? For your consistent work, for outperforming your old rank. I mean, you deserve the rank raise. Now what's the word? The real work begins. Yeah, that too. More work. But now the criteria is a little different. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little different. But you outperformed your last criteria, so now you're getting a rank raise, man. Get yourself in here one more time. Trooper or warrior, I mean, get ahead. You pass this officer test, man. You know what I'm saying? Pass that, John. I found out today he passed his officer test, man. You know what I'm saying? So now you're no longer a trooper. Now you're an officer of 50 in the I.S.U.P.K. Damn right. Remember what I told you in that skit? You don't got to do this. Once you get this oil, you know, you're not a trooper no more. So now this oil is a little heavier. Yeah, can I get coming up? You accept this rank, right? Come on. No, sir. We. You accept this rank?
On Wakan, sir.
That's good. Can we put the camera on there?
Yeah, we got him.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. You accept this priesthood? Let's get it. Yeah. Back at the prayers?
That's it.
Oh, solid. All right. I mean, for all y'all hard work, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has an amazing story of how they got here and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it right. You sent it to what? My text message? Oh. I didn't get it. No. Oh, Salaki. Damn. It's right here. Y'all deserved it. Y'all want to say anything? Or?
I mean, I'm gonna just say, brothers, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all, doing a lot of things, and just, look at this as, stepping stone to increase the work even more. I'm proud of all of y'all. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Y'all came a long way, especially you. You know what I mean? To see you here and accepting this oath, it's an excellent thing, brother. You know what I mean? And inspire more brothers, Lord allow, right? That's all I have to say.
I just want to say that I'm proud of all you brothers, right? These brothers right here, they do hella work on the internet for the tribe of Issachar.
Damn right.
Like I've told Oscar Ward that I said, y'all brothers be going crazy. Every time I look up, these brothers are alive. This brother with the La Shawan Kadash, this brother with La Perneta. Like every time I look up, you brothers is pushing this truth to Blacks, Hispanics, and Indians, particularly the tribe of Issachar, right? This brother right here, man, what can I say, man? This brother then came from the depths of hell, and he's here standing. He got out. A lot of brothers, when they come around, they can't handle what we do up in here and how we live and how we move. But this brother is still here. So salute to you, brother.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say the prayer right here, all right? Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Why? How you say that?
Yahweh.
Oh, it's like, where am I? Now I gotta take these goddamn glasses off. Can't see a damn thing. Start from the top. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Wayakunka.
Wayakunka.
Yasha'al Yahweh.
Yasha'al Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Salam.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim.
Ba'ashim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Kamada.
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 Malakma.
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 I warrior.
I warrior.
I warrior.
I warrior.
I warrior.
I warrior. Ba'ashim Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahweh.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
Yeah, I'm right, man. Salute the sisters out.
All right, men of Israel, if you can saw our faces, sisters, we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, you may stand, which means I Nigel in the Hebrew. Don't know the salute is fine. For those of you who do, please salute us back. The Sar or turn and face the brothers. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. And Majim, Barak. Yajim Atat, class dismissed. Oh my God.